everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here, everybody. We're gonna check right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. The time is 5:25 on April 1st, 2025. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy, what storyline would you like to share with the collective, please? Storyline for the collective, please, Spirit. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Alrighty then. In the central energy, we have for the collective. Whoa, that came out and did a topsy-turvy thing, didn't it? We got the sun in the reverse. Somebody's feeling pretty down. Somebody's upset. They got careless. They could be depressed. Arrogant. Having a setback. In the challenge position. Yeah. Deception and theft. Trickery and fraud. Lying. In the subconscious. Whoa. 10 of Wands burden. So we've got a careless, arrogant one out here who's challenged with getting away with something, and they're under a heavy burden by this. They're really overloaded, lots of stress. In the recent past, yeah, in the recent past, they've been restricted somehow, so they've received some kind of, maybe they've been imprisoned, maybe they've lost their third eye sight, they've lost their vision, and they've lost the, the magic of their hands or whatever. Maybe they've lost some knowledge. They're feeling alone. Whoa, intentions, expectations. Oh, we've got the 6 of Wands in the reverse. So they've been discredited. They've been found to be unpopular. They lost. In the near future, excuse me, in the near future, please, Spirit. Strength. So, inner focus, inner strength, compassion, a subtle power, persuasion. In the lens it's being looked through, please, Spirit. King of Swords is here as an authority. Excuse me, very strong. He knows the truth. He's got mental clarity about stuff. He's a leader, reliable. In the environment, whoa, in the environment. Well, this kind of came out in the reverse. So in the environment, we have 4 of Wands in the reverse. Somebody could be losing their home. They might get kicked out. This is a transience card, so they may have lost their home. Their marriage may have broken up. They have a lack of support within the community. Hopes and fears. Justice. The law of cause and effect. What you dish out is what you get. And the outcome, please, Spirit. Whoa, judgment. Wow. They got to face challenges head on. All by themselves. And they're in fear about that with the moon card. They're having anxiety about that. And it looks like you're getting a new career or some kind of abundance because you were persistent and resilient. Your faith has been tested. And so, yeah, you persevered here. And it looks like you did some hard work, made some investments. And we've got the Hierophant here offering freedom. Most High. And you're leaving behind, or somebody's disappointed because they're feeling like they've been abandoned. And this High Priestess here is hooking up with a knight in shining armor, it looks like. Romantic charm coming for the High Priestess. Looks like they're going to work together with the Eight of Pentacles, working with high standards and mastery. And we've got the Ten of Cups. Oh, look, we've got Emperor here. So there's, what is that? What is that? We've got, yeah. So there's a heartfelt proposal. There's a heartfelt proposal here for the High Priestess from the Emperor. And it's full of love here with the King of Cups. Yeah, and they're going to be working together as a team for long-term rewards. And there's security here. There's an enterprise here. So it's global, and you're moving forward with this expansion. And you're going to be, there's multiple priorities that you will need to, negotiate and make decisions about in order to maintain balance. And that's the turn of the Wheel of Fortune. We got some manifestations coming in for this Queen of Cups. Or perhaps somebody manifested themselves a Queen of Cups, or she is manifesting with love. Take it as it resonates. So somebody is in the Sun reversed energy. They're feeling real down. They're depressed and sad. They're having a setback. They're looking for an escape. They want to use love as an escape. They need an escape. They're depressed. They're challenged by dishonesty, betrayal, trickery, and fraud. They were trying to get away with something. They were sneaking around. And they broke all their promises. They didn't keep one damn promise that they made. They're in a Ten of Wands burden. There's extra, there's a heavy burden here. They're feeling overloaded. They're crushed. They're hurting right now over some secrets. Their secrets crushed them. Keeping secrets crushed them. They're in a freaking Ten of Wands burden. Eight of Swords here. It's like an imprisonment, a self-imposed imprisonment. Or it could just be that they're having a lot of negative thoughts. They're feeling like a victim. They lost and everything fell apart. This is self-imposed too. So they did it to themselves. It's not like anybody did it to them. They were the ones out here trying to be deceitful and sneaky and ripping people off and betraying love, And it didn't work out the way they thought. Nobody did this to them. They did it to themselves, and they lost. Rabbit hole. They're lost in a rabbit hole. They have no peace. We've got strength here. There's a subtle power here in the near future. We got rocky. So it could be that we've got somebody here very strong on a rocky path. It's been a rough road for you. But you're very strong about it. You're very strong on a rough road. It's like there's this King of Swords here. Business. It's business. Oh, and he's fierce. Oh, he's fierce. He's getting all, he's mad now. He's like, look, we're done. We're done playing. We're not messing around. You gotta get out of the house is what you gotta do. You gotta get off the foundation, get out of the territory. Because you're playing games with love. Playing games with love. So you can't be here because in this place, we honor love. So they were playing games with love, so they're getting kicked out. They're getting kicked out of the territory. They're getting kicked out of the community. And that's justice, the law of cause and effect. They're going to get tangled up. They can't free themselves from this. They're reaching out, trying to connect. But the law of cause and effect is happening and love is eluding them. They're under judgment here. It's a new phase. And yeah, it's a new phase. They got to face their challenges head on. And the challenges will be that they're going to be neglected. Nobody's going to pay them any attention. They weren't paying attention to what was important, and and now they're going to have to face neglect, and struggle, just like they made so many others. Now I'm thinking macro, okay, but this could also be micro if it relates to your circumstance, and please take it as such. But I usually read macro. So, oh yeah, oh gosh. So they're under judgment there. They got to go face these challenges. They're going to be neglected, and it's going to be a struggle. They were tempted by this snake, and they got to go deal with that. They're drowning. They're going under, and they're alone here. They're looking for an exit plan. Oh, because they've been found guilty of tangling people up in the dark side. And maybe they can't free themselves up from that. Everything that they've built is crumbling, and because they have an empty cup. It was never theirs. They stole it from other people. They stole it from other people. So it never belonged to them. It's amazing how many people have similar stories with these collective reads. Quite a few people can relate to it, but this, I think, is like the king. This is he who is here to clean up this mess, to save the world. But somebody's getting kicked out of the sun. He's fierce. He's in his King of Swords energy, and he's like, you know what? You're going to get right out of here. You're going to get clear off the foundation for playing games with love. You don't get to live in the house of love if you're just going to, try to F it over. Holding back. They're depressed. They were using love as an escape, and they're looking for an escape. They're being held back. They're challenged because they were being deceitful. They broke every single promise that they made. They were fraudulent. And they've tricked people. They stole from people while lying to their face. And they're reminiscing about how fun it was. Oh yeah, that was fun, all right. Them and their third party, yeah, it was a lot of fun. So they're feeling heavily burdened here with the 10 of Wands. You know, they weren't telling the whole truth and they're crushed by that. They're a bunch of liars. They're not willing to speak the truth. They're not willing to hear the truth. Guilty. They've been found guilty. We've got 8 of Swords here. There's negative thoughts, a self-imposed restriction. They did this to themselves. Everything's in pieces because they lost. They lost whatever trickery they thought they were going for. They lost. Oh, they're in the shadows. They're in the dark. There's no light in them. So they've lost here. They've been discredited. They've been found to be unpopular. They're in a rabbit hole. Crazy drama is all over them. Unsatisfied. They weren't happy with the way things were going. It could be that, you know, they've been discredited. They've been found to be unpopular. It could be that people just don't want that crazy drama around them. We've got Strength here, and it's been a rough road for you. So this is all about them, and then here you are, Strong. It's been a real hard road. Oh yeah, and they're confused. They're confused by your strength. You kept freaking going. You did not give up. And they're like, oh, look at this. I feel unclear about where we stand. Oh, really? I think it's pretty obvious. King of Swords is here. Oh man. Oh man. King of Swords is being aggressive with third-party enemies. He does not like third-party enemies, and he's kicking them off the foundation and out of the house of love for playing games with love. Oh boy, third-party enemies, they're not being treated well for what they did here. Look, it was just a big freaking joke. They were really pleased with what they were doing. So now they don't get to live here. Neglected. So they were playing with love. They stole everything from love and gave it to their third-party hoe. And they thought it was a real sweet way to get ahead in the world. And they're not going to be treated well because they were pretending to love people and then what? Kicking them out of the house, playing games, delivering them into the dark, and then neglecting them, failing to give them anything that actually belonged to them. They took it all. They, you know, there was been a lot of sacrifices going on, and then they neglected and failed to honor that commitment. It was all a lie. They broke their promises, and they had a great time with their third-party hoe bag. So now we've got justice here. The law of cause and effect is in order. They're reaching out, trying to connect, but love is eluding them. It's like love doesn't want to have anything to do with you anymore. We don't want you in our house. Look, they're feeling your absence. They're feeling the absence of love, like nobody loves them because they see them very clearly for what they are and for what they've been doing, how they've been getting ahead, why it is they look so damn successful. They're under judgment and they're going to have to face these challenges of their own, on their own. Neglect. They're going to be neglect. They did not pay attention to what was important. So now they have to go face the challenges of neglect. Like they forced upon everybody else that they pretended to love and then took everything from while leaving them in shambles. Oh, that was great fun for them. They missed their opportunity. They got to go face the challenges of neglect. Because they were moving against you or others that have love that is irreplaceable. You're irreplaceable. And there's an understanding of your side of the story and what they were doing to you, and it's too late for them to take any action. They cannot do anything about this. They're in regret. They're feeling broken and shattered. Look at those women. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a third-party hoe bag, and I effed over my sisters for money. They showed themselves. They're not even worthy. Not only are they not worthy of a marriage contract, they're not worthy of sisterhood or brotherhood. Because the truth has been revealed about what they are and how much freaking fun they had by hurting their supposed brothers and sisters who were in a contract. They used contracts. They prostituted themselves and thought it was a great thing, man. These habitual patterns, they will never change. They're looking for an escape here. They're out there running. You know, they don't know what to do. They're out there running because, what? They're out there running away. Because this King of Swords is very passionate about soul contracts and commitments. He means it when he says he's here for the family. And these people were stealing destinies of responsible families for freaking money. Prideful, egotistical people looking for forgiveness, daydreaming of forgiveness, you know, but still they're daydreaming about this, being with somebody, but they've proven who they are and what their values are. It's not about love. It's not about love. They want to fix the connection only because they're hurting from the damages that they have caused. You can't fix the connection with love when you've proven yourself to be a brutalizer of it. They're getting solitary confinement, it looks like, or they can't get in the space of soul ties. They're no longer offered soul ties. They're going to have to do this alone. They got to go face lives of neglect alone, because these people were getting married to others and then leaving them alone, divorcing them or martyring them or doing whatever they did and then playing together, while these ones were in the dark, confused, like, what happened, man? They did not appreciate the beauty that lovers were offering them in these marriage commitments. Bad apples. Bad freaking apples. And I wonder if that's what the Bible meant when it said Eve ate the apple. She got herself involved with the bad apple. Just throwing that out there. And then it started from there. And man, this has been going on a long time. So somebody is really depressed, arrogant. They looking for an escape. They want to use love as an escape, but they're being held back. Nobody wants to have anything to do with them. They know who they are, what they've been doing. Imagination. They're stuck in their head. They're stuck in their head. They're trying to get away with something. They're having a challenge with that. They broke every single promise that they ever made, and they thought it was really funny to put people in the dark to play games with love. They're worried. They're reminiscing about everything that they did, all the promises that they broke, and they're worried. They're in a 10 of Wands burden. The secrets that they were keeping are out. They were hiding. They weren't telling the truth because they're a liar. They're guilty of being a liar and hurting others emotionally. And maybe now they're hurting emotionally because they're feeling the pain from the damage they caused. And you know what? This is God, or the Most High. He said, your intentions will be your gift. And these ones, their intentions was to cause other people pain because their Lord, or whatever they're loyal to, likes that low vibrational suffering energy. So they made a whole bunch of it in this world, and they got paid for it. Look, regret in the reverse. I don't know what that means. We'll have to get clarification. They think they're going to be able to change it because this card says, I know that I cannot change the past. So it's like they're trying to change it. Like they think they're going to be able to change this. But their hands are tied. They're in victim mentality. They lost. And everything's in pieces now. They're stuck in the shadow. And it looks like there's health here. Health here. So there's something about the physical vessel that enshrines the soul. They have to learn how to honor that while being in the dark. They have to heal themselves and learn how to get themselves out of the dark. Look, they're under judgment. Again, judgment. That was the outgoing card. And we got judgment here. Oh, they're in fear. They're under judgment for what they did to love, and they're afraid. So they did not get the win. They've been found to be unpopular. They've been discredited. They're in a rabbit hole. They got stuck in some crazy drama. We've got unsatisfied. They were not satisfied with the way things were going. They're prideful. They're full of pride. They're still unsatisfied. We've got strength here. So you're strong, you're compassionate, you got a subtle power. It's been a real rough road for you. These people are confused because you no longer care about them. You're not showing any empathy whatsoever. It's like, don't ask me. Don't ask for pity from me or mercy from me. Do not ask. You're going to have to ask God. And it looks like to me that God don't really care about your feelings right now because of everything that happened here with, the mothers of souls, with the actual children. And, this is just an F party is what these guys did. They turned the foundation into one big freaking orgy. And they didn't give a shit about the kids. So they're getting kicked out of the house. They're getting kicked out of the community. Nobody wants to be around them. Nobody's supporting them. They were playing games with love. They weren't serious about it. They neglected everybody that they ever made a promise to. And we got discipline. They neglected their discipline. They neglected discipline. They were not disciplined at all. Or maybe that is the discipline, playing games with love and neglecting them. Justice is being served. They're trying to reach out. They're feeling your absence. We've got denial, and you're denying them. It's like, no, you know what? Get out. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. Don't even get into my energy. There's judgment. Somebody's calling judgment. It could be this King of Swords. He's being real fierce with these third parties. Oh, shoot, I didn't put a card for there. Well, we got self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So they're under judgment. They have to face neglect on their own. They miss the opportunity to raid your spiritual inheritance of your self-esteem. They miss their opportunity to gain self-esteem or to gain gifts of the soul that benefit themselves and others. Why? Because it belonged to you. Let me pull a card for this. The King of Swords is here acting very aggressive with the third party. Yeah, because he knows that there is no greater goal than to love. The third party, he's going to be very successful in this endeavor. The peace is going to be restored. Peace will be restored. For friendships, you'll be able to trust them, You have courage here. And these ones, they need to try to be courageous because they failed. They failed their endeavor because You can't expect the world to be honest, but you can always expect the truth out of yourself. And I think that that's what you're doing. You're telling the truth about the relationships that you were in. And because you have grown in consciousness and awareness, you had a lot of things happen to you in this life. And I think that when you've been talking to God, you've been praying or telling him what's been going on, and he's listening to you all. Patience. I accept everything happens in divine order. And, he sees that people were blaming you for stuff. They were covering you in blame and shame, which did not belong to you. You've got your freedom from this, and you're forgiven, because these people were envious of your abundance, and they hurt you, and they tried to paint you like you were this, but all they did was dirty your energy with it, which is gross. Really freaking gross. Because it's not just about STDs, man. It's about mixing all the energies. And with all the people sleeping with each other, everybody was mixing up with everybody. And the children that are born in these unions like that, they got all these different energies in them. And the majority of them, there's no ethics, there's no morality, there's just... I heard an unseen masculine say, the thing I hate is my kids. And I'm like, really? I couldn't believe it when I heard a man say that. That was the most horrid thing that I had ever heard. I certainly hope that person doesn't get to stay in the foundation. How dare he? So yeah, the sun's in the reverse. They're sad. Boo-hoo. They're very depressed because they were using love as an escape route, but now they're being held back. And they could be being held back in the mind. Like their telepathy could be removed. Like they may be losing their ability to tap in mentally. They're not going to be able to steal anybody's thoughts, anybody's intellectual property anymore. They're being held back. They're not able to look at who has what, who is going to get what. They can't. There's no more robbery of people's intellectual property and then claiming it as your own idea. They were trying to get away with something. They were making connections just to break the promise and steal their intellectual property and then think it was real funny, man. Oh yeah, I got all this great knowledge. I got all these new gifts. I stole somebody's mind, man, and look what I got. Yeah, they were playing games with consciousness, and there's memory of it. So look, they're worried. They're worried. They're thinking about it double time. They're remembering how fun it was. There's a whole book, many pages. Many photo albums, many people that they did this to steal their fate. So now they're in a Ten of Wands burden. They were not telling the truth. They're hurting emotionally because they've been found guilty. They're feeling the pain from the damages that they have caused. Look, we got regret. So it could be that you don't have any regrets. I don't know how to read this card. It's in the reverse, but we got stress. It could be that you don't regret, or you're not feeling sorry for them about their stressed out, or maybe you don't have any regrets for dealing with this stress. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. But it could be that they can't sleep. They think that they can change it, but their head, they can't think. They can't think. Why? Because they're not able to steal anybody's mind anymore. They can't tap into other people's consciousness. And it could be that they're suffering from some sort of mental disturbance that they were putting on the people that they stole ideas from. It's like, oh, I'm going to go get in that person's mind. I'm going to steal all their ideas, and then I'm going to curse their mental with, supernatural, disturbances. That's what they did. Made them feel like a god and a goddess. Ooh, yes, we're so wise. So now they're in an Eight of Swords energy. They're feeling like a victim, but they did it to themselves. They're overwhelmed and overloaded by this. They've lost. Everything is in pieces. They could be overloaded in the shadows, by the shadows, regarding health. There might be something going on with their health in the shadow. They've been found to be unpopular. They did not gain a victory. They've been discredited. Why? Because they're in a crazy drama. Maybe they're part of a crazy drama, but now they are in that crazy drama. They have to wear the drama. They don't have any peace. This prideful person was unsatisfied, or maybe they are unsatisfied right now with the way things are going. Look, their magic is backfiring. It's their magic, and it's backfiring on them. We've got strength here and courage. It's been a real rough road for you. We got some people confused about where you stand because you're not showing any empathy for them. You don't care at all about this dominator. Or maybe you're not showing any empathy about them being dominated. You just don't care because they already put you through that. And many of you have been going through this for many, many years. And you just don't care. You're not going to, and the funny thing about this is, I hear out there in the ethers people begging for mercy and stuff. And it's like, are you kidding me? They don't have any empathy. Nobody cares about what's happening to them. Because they know that they were doing it to them. King of Swords is being fierce with these third parties, and he's very successful there. He knows that there's no greater goal than to love, and he's like, look, you got to get out of the house. Everybody that you collaborated with. Or it could be that he's got a team working with him that will make this endeavor successful. Take it as it resonates. They all know that there's no greater goal than to love, and they're being really fierce with these third-party little hoe bags, thieves, tricksters, punishers of innocence and purity and devoted love. They're getting kicked out of the house. They're getting kicked out of the territory, the community. They were playing games with love. They failed to give you what you need. They offered you nothing but neglect, and you are disciplined regardless of all of that. And look, you triumph here. You got a victory, and you're very disciplined with it. You're like, look, we're not kidding. We're not playing around here. There's no negotiations. There's no treaties. There's no contracts. There's no nothing, because they've proven that they don't honor contracts or agreements anyway. They don't honor their contracts. It's very, very clear. So the law of cause and effect is here. They're trying to reconnect because they're feeling your absence, but they're getting denial. Oh. They're getting denial. They want to deny death. Nobody wants them. Nobody's reaching out to them. They're trying to avoid death. They're not going to be able to die. This is an endless thing. Or it's over. It's like in those days, you will want to die, but you can't. You won't be able to. Like these guys got a long road. They got to go step up to this challenge of neglect. They've missed their opportunity for stealing your mental, intellectual property, your love, your devotion, your ability to have a family and a stable life. They've missed their opportunity for that. Look, there's evidence of everything that they've been doing. There's an investigation. Everybody can see it. It could be that their self-esteem is suffering. Third wheel enemies. There's evidence of what these people have been doing with marriages, and now they're getting withdrawn. They do not get another opportunity to have a marriage. No more marriage contracts for these third-party hoe bags, because they've betrayed everybody's trust and they've shown themselves to be a thief. Nothing more than. And not only that, but they're freaking vicious and cruel. And that's why the King of Swords is being fierce. He's like, look, I'm not putting up with you. You're going to have to, we're not even going to talk about it. And when I hear him speak, it's so amazing because he's so calm and yet he's deadly. It's wild. It's like casual business, you know? I mean, he's not overly emotional or any of that. I guess that's what happens when you're forced to walk a path like this and and you come out the other side, and you're like, okay, now he's calling judgment, look, and delivering justice, because it's all about vital force. Oh, and it could be that these ones are going through withdrawals because they no longer have access to your vital force, to the vital force of a family, to the vital force of the living. They're going through withdrawals. They've been rejected. It's like nobody's going to share their energy with them. It's like, no. They were tempted by your adventure, by your life, but you survived and persevered through these challenges. And now it's time for you to, it's a scheduled time. You've received mercy, you've got aid. And somebody needs to get ready to be bullied, or the bully is getting ready for something, because you're calm and it's time for you to go have a good time. You've been daydreaming about eternal love because you've been separated from it, or him or her, forever, it seems like, and now you're together. And these people want to compromise. They're in danger now for trying to keep you apart. This whole network of people is protesting that the sweethearts have come together and are casting them out of the territory. They're literally casting them out because they're okay, they're stable, and they care about family and each other, and they have a vow between themselves and with Spirit, the Most High, however that resonates for you. And they're having sweet dreams. Their mind is like it's like, we're going to go have fun now. It's time to play. And I guess those who've been preying on you, and I look at this as PREY, they're undergoing mental disturbances. It's like they were praying for this to happen to you. And you can see here that the magic has backfired. So now that it's on them. It's on them, and they're really upset about it. You are the gift, and your alliances have these people frightened. Like they're getting all messed up in the head. They don't know what to do. They want to apologize. They're sick and lonely. And it's like, you know what? It's just, they can't see. Maybe they could never see your worth. They could never see your worth. And they got themselves bound into some commitments that they were trying to bind you to. They're losing their freedom. They're in danger. They got to go walk this walk. They got to go face the challenges that they were wishing for you, that they cursed you with. They cursed you with loss. And now they got to go through it. And the good news is that you've got a miracle here. They're furious. Oh, they're so furious about your miracle and the fact that you have been saved and you're getting the money. They're not very nice. I'm so grateful that King of Swords is here. So, yeah. They're having a cloudy setback. They were using love as an emotional escape, and now they're being held back. They cannot rob people's intellectual property anymore. They cannot RAPE their minds and extract their memories, their thoughts, their ideas, and their happiness, and then replace it with that mental disturbance. They can't do that to people anymore. They can't drive people insane anymore while stealing their happiness. House. They're not able to rob the house or your imagination. They're being held back. Yeah, like no more. They're being held back. They cannot rob your imagination or your house anymore, which is your body, your temple. So they're not able to RAPE your mind, and they cannot kick you out of your skin suit and then walk into it and assume your identity. No more doing that. It's over. Some of these people out there, you know, they've had husbands. I mean, if you look at it, there's one in particular, president, whose wife said, "That's not my husband," and she left. She's like, "I don't know this person." When he was replaced with his doppelganger, it was like she knew right away. She's like, "That's not my husband," and she bailed. I don't know what happened to her after that. But this has been going on a long time. So they were, they're challenged because they were trying to get away with something. They're tricksters, they're fraudsters, they're thieves. They broke every single promise they made in order to steal people's freaking minds and bodies and money and positions of status. They could be going on a journey. In the indigenous world, that means they're transitioning into the spiritual realms. They're worried about the memory of everything that they've done. The history, book after book after book, people after people after people they did this to. They're in a 10 of Wands burden. This is going to last forever. I mean, look at how big this book is. How many pages are in that book? All those different photos. This is like their, hey, I got this one, I got that one. Oh yeah, you know. It's like a little trophy book or something. And they're real worried about it. And they think, you know, that if they can get rid of this King of Swords, that it'll stop. But the point of the fact of the matter is it's already happened. It's too late to stop now. Everybody's here. They're enterprised, according to the previous reading here. So it's like everybody's on board. Sudden wealth. They're stressed out about your sudden wealth. They were going for it. They're stressed out. Oh, they might be stressed out because you have no regrets. You have no regrets. You're getting your reward. They're stressed out because they've been found guilty of lying. Eight of Swords here. Self-imposed imprisonment. They did it to themselves. They brought the house down on their own damn head. Oh, poverty. They've lost. Everything is in pieces. They're overwhelmed by the shadows. They could be chasing those mental disturbances or those supernatural, you know, people of the shadow world that they were trying to stick to you. Yeah, and now they're in poverty. And it could be that they're sick. It could be that in health issues, they could be lacking, they could be in poverty. Like they may not have any energy, because they're overloaded by the shadows. It could be that the shadows is sucking the life out of them because they couldn't trap you there. So the Six of Wands is here in the reverse. They've been found to be unpopular. They've been discredited. They're in a rabbit hole. They've got crazy drama and no peace. This prideful person is unsatisfied because their magic is backfiring. Oh, crap. Yeah, their health is in poverty and they're facing a coffin. Whatever they wished for you, whatever magic they were doing to take you out, it backfired. And they're going to be getting in a coffin. You're very strong here. It's been a very rough road for you. People are confused because you're not showing them any empathy. And it could be that you're dominating them. You don't care about them being dominated. It may not be you being dominated, but you just don't care. Okay, so this wealthy man might be the dominator or the dictator, and you're not caring at all. And they're confused. They're like, well, why don't you care? It's like, are you stupid? Tell me you're not stupid. I mean, obviously, you've been running around here saying how smart you are. King of Swords is here, and he's being fierce with this third party. You know, he and his collaboration are going to be successful. They know that there's no greater goal than to love, and these people are just like, they don't have that. Look, and they're not concerned. There's no concern here. Whoever's working with them, they're not concerned. Four of Wands. These enemies are getting kicked out of the house, getting kicked out of the community, out of the territory for playing games with love and neglecting those that they signed contracts with. You're very disciplined here, and you gain a victory over these people. They're gone, and they will not be coming back. There's no more thieves allowed here on the territory. They're going to be homeless. They don't get to take part in your abundance because they are rapists of bank accounts, of women, of men, of children, of the land, of everything. And they laugh about it. Justice is here, the law of cause and effect. They're trying to reach out and connect to you. They're feeling your absence, but they're getting denial. And we've got death in the reverse. So, you know, it's inevitable. They're trying to avoid death. They don't want this, but it's there. It's there. We got lovers in a family room. They might be doing orgies. They might be doing orgies in a family room to try to avoid this. So they're trying to work up energy with their sex magic or whatever. They're under judgment here. They got to go face the challenge of neglect. They miss their opportunity to steal your gifts of the soul. There's evidence of what this third wheel enemy has been doing to your marriage, or with marriage contracts. They're going through withdrawal because they don't have access to your vital force anymore. They got cut off. They got cut off of the main female. They no longer have access to the main female. Or to the woman, period. I like to think macro. So I like to think that these third-party enemies, they cannot target the beautiful feminine mother figure who goes into these contracts with faith and love, and then they wind up playing games and hurting her, unaliving her, or martyring her, or whatever. Look at this. And this smug little people here. Oh, yeah, honey, that was great. Look at all we got. Oh, yeah. We made a killing. Innocent. She's innocent. And she's expecting a change. So she's been found innocent, this main female. It could be that there is some kind of an expectation of a change because there's this marriage here. The marriage is going to change everything. Because, and the work that this mature woman was doing against these people, she's in the courthouse facing an official person. Maybe this King of Swords is an official person and he's taken her to court. Oh, she's in trouble. Because what? He is the gift. This main female is the gift. They're in a courtship together. This mature man is in despair. And in his thoughts over this unexpected income, they're in court. Oh yeah, they're in court. They're in trouble. A whole freaking community is being imprisoned for what they did to this privileged lady, this main female. They're in big trouble. They got a message of concern here that you've got a great fortune and your pathway is open. Look at all that light you're pouring out there. You're just this beautiful being. They got a message that all the work that they did is got them in bad health. They're sick about it. And this main male on the distant horizons, they're going in their ship or their sky ship, or they're traveling somewhere. This main male and this main female. He's the King of Swords. He's very fierce. He could be God, or Jesus, or Yahashua, whatever you want to say, however that is for you. Yeah. Because there was a false person pretending to be high honor. This false person was coming up against high honor, and they're in court now, and it's like it's been going on. It's going on. And this has been going on for centuries, according to these brutalizers. They were bragging to me how the light and the love of Christed beings has been fueling their happy place for a long time, but it's over now. I hope that this reading brings clarification to something you already intuitively knew, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.